Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers all over the world. Things they happen, my wonderful people. Make gonna hear this message coming from the IPOB Nigeria. This message is very, very important, and everybody need to get. Everybody need to be aware of what is happening, because some so-called public transporters they join, or maybe not the owner of the business shall, but their drivers now don't join hoodlums, kidnappers, and all manner of evil things, delivering their passengers to the area where they don't make arrangement with the kidnappers, so that they will kidnap their victims and also give them share of the ransom that the people that the victims kidnapped. The victims that are being kidnapped. Look at the message here. I beg, make no mind me. I'm just coming back from a little bit shock called attack on my voice. And also I always complain about this thing. The only place they can get me is just to shut my mouth up. If not strength, I have strength to be giving the news back to back. But when they want to get me, they will attack my voice. So I beg, make no verse, make no get angry too much. Now I'm one of you, the same way you are one of me, and that is the same way I'm one of us. In fact, let me put it that way. IPOB to investigate the alleged collaboration between Lamb of God Transport Company and Fulani terrorist kidnappers in Biafraland. The atrocities of SARS, a call for immediate action across all the whole southeastern region. So this one is the message we will go through this morning. I beg, help me, do me a favor, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. My voice is just being me like somebody who is learning how to talk. I beg, make no mind me. There will be mistakes, because I'm still trying to balance the equation so that it will not occur again. So please, anyhow, when I text me this morning, I beg, I join to you along. I thank God, they beg each and every one of us, all my fans. Make no leave me, and I'm not going to leave you. But please manage my voice the way you see me today. So let us go straight to the reason why we're here. Remember, today happens to be Ore Market Day. Ore, I try for Ore. Ore biko wetere ka yeri nke ona geri ya bịa na ihe ọbụla bụ ihe ajọ mmụọ, ihe ọbụla bụ ihe mberede okporo ụzọ ahịa ha fụda anyị. Ore were onye aka ebe ma na aga ma na abata ụta ka ọ yechi wee dị n'afọ Chukwu oke abịa ma onye pụrụ ihe niile. #Biafraland Mass Exodus 2024. The IPOB to investigate alleged collaboration between the Lamb of God Transport Company and Fulani terrorist kidnappers in Biafraland. This development was made public by a member of the IPOB Directorate of State, Mazi Chinasanworu, on his verified X handle that particularly a transport company called Lamb of God, LOG, transportation company operational in Biafraland and other Nigerian regions, has been reported that some of their drivers are suspected of directly collaborating with elements of the Fulani terrorist kidnappers, delivering commuters to the hoodlums and getting a share of the ransom extorted afterwards. The IPOB senior official clarified that though this disturbing and ugly criminal trend may not be an official ulterior policy of the company's establishment yet, the IPOB movement will not tolerate such occurrence in Biafraland, and has ultimately ordered the IPOB Intelligence Corp M branch to launch an investigation into this case. He also urged the company's leadership to investigate and vet their staffs and employees, as the company will be forced to cease operation in eastern Nigeria, which is the Biafraland, so short trend continue. That the IPOB movement will have no choice but to assume that the company is indeed complicit in the kidnapping, extortion, and killings of unsuspecting civilian members of the eastern population by non-indigenous Fulani terrorists whose cells have wandered into eastern forests, terrorizing indigenous and citizens alike, and whom the IPOB movement, through the instrumentality of the Eastern Security Network, has been combating for nearly half a decade. His statement reads below. Attention and attention and attention. I know this is a private transportation business owned by a hardworking individual who is trying to make ends meet. Therefore, I'm not in any way trying to run down his transport business, but there are a lot of accusations on some of the drivers of this transportation company called Lamb of God. It is very important to know that IPOB leadership is not taking these accusations lightly. #IPOB Intelligence Unit has been ordered to go into deep investigation concerning this transport company. If the investigation comes out against this company drivers, IPOB will have no choice than to ban this Lamb of God transportation company in the eastern region. The company will not be allowed to ply the roads in Biafraland because of the atrocities of some of the drivers working under this company. There are many reports against some criminals working in this company as drivers, and they are conspiring with the Fulani herdsmen and kidnappers along the highways by handing over commuters over to the criminals so that ransom could be paid, which afterwards they will collect their own settlement. This is a serious crime that both IPOB and ESN intelligence team are working on. So far, we have a credible report from some commuters who narrated what happened to them with this transport company, and IPOB will not tolerate such criminality in Biafraland. Therefore, whosoever is the owner, CEO, or management of this Lamb of God transport company should, as a matter of urgency, investigate his drivers now and fish out those using his business in committing these heinous crimes before IPOB ban his company in Biafraland. Mazi Chinasamoru, IPOB Directorate of State for the Family Writers Press International. The atrocities of SARS in the Biafra land or in the eastern region need to be investigated. The Special Anti-Robbery Squad was established with the noble intention of combating violent crime in Nigeria. However, it has become a symbol of brutal repression and a major source of human rights abuses. The massive national outrage that culminated in the #EndSARS protest of 2020 was a direct response to the widespread and well-documented atrocities committed by this notorious police unit. Despite the Nigerian government's claims of disbanding SARS, the unit's sinister operations appear to persist, especially in the eastern region of Nigeria. The continued existence and the activities of SARS demand immediate attention, accountability, and comprehensive reforms. SARS, originally conceived to address armed robbery and violent crime, soon became notorious for its egregious human rights violations and abuses. The unit's operational practices included 1. Brutal torture. SARS officers were infamous for their use of extreme physical and extrajudicial violence. Detainees were subjected to severe beatings, electric shocks, and other forms of torture. The case of Michael, a young man who was tortured to death in 2017, serves as a harrowing example. Michael was reportedly detained by SARS officers, subjected to inhuman treatment, and eventually killed. His body was discovered in a morgue under mysterious circumstances, reflecting the extent of SARS brutality. 2. Extrajudicial executions. SARS operated with impunity, often executing individuals without due process. One prominent case involved Chuka, who went missing after being detained by SARS in 2019. Chuka's family later learned that his organs were possibly harvested and sold, adding a disturbing dimension to SARS operations. 3. Illegal organ trafficking. The involvement of SARS in illegal organ trafficking has been a dark and disturbing aspect of their operations. Reports emerge of detainees disappearing under suspicious circumstances, with allegations that their organs were harvested and sold. These grim practices reflects a level of criminality that extends beyond mere brutality. Despite the official disbandment of SARS following the EndSARS protests, reports indicate that former SARS operatives continue to engage in violent and illegal activities. The eastern region, particularly Abia State, have witnessed an alarming resurgence of SARS style abuses. The flimsy pretext for their continued terrorism against the youth of the Eastern region are simply profiling by tribal marks. Ransacked in search of members of IPOB movement or the Eastern Security Network, etc. Recent instances and victims' accounts of SARS brutality during Family Writers Press International investigation causes are elaborated below. In Igbo communities, tribal marks is an integral part of cultural identity. However, these marks have become a dangerous identifier. Stickers for SARS operatives to witch hunt and profile Igbo youths bearing them. Young men with tribal marks are abducted, tortured, and executed based solely on their appearance. Ifeanyi, a student from Aba, was killed by SARS operatives due to his tribal marks, which they wrongly accused him of being associated with IPOB movement. Cases like that of Ifeanyi are bound across the entire region where SARS operatives are on rampage. The practice of arresting individuals without evidence and demanding ransom for their release persists. Ugochukwu, a mechanic from Imo State, was reported missing after being detained by individuals believed to be former SARS officers. His family was approached for a ransom, which they could not pay, leading to fears of his execution or disappearance. Many Igbo youths have fallen victim to extrajudicial executions carried out under the guise of searching for IPOB or ESN operatives. The Nigerian government and security forces, fully aware of the non-violent nature of the IPOB movement, have continued to target individuals with tribal or body marks. This practice is not only unjust but also reflects a deep-seated prejudice against the Igbo community. The continued existence of SARS, despite its official disbandment, underscores the urgent need for comprehensive investigation on why their terrorism is yet to cease in the Eastern region. SARS should be permanently scrapped for several reasons. Number 1, persistent human rights violations. The evidence of ongoing abuses, torture, extrajudicial executions, and illegal organ trafficking demonstrates that SARS has evolved into a criminal organization rather than a legitimate law enforcement unit within the Nigerian police force. The continued operation of SARS under any guise perpetuates a cycle of violence and impunity that must be broken. Number 2, loss of trust in law enforcement. The atrocities committed by SARS have eroded public trust in Nigeria's law enforcement agencies. When a police unit becomes synonymous with brutality and corruption, it undermines the very fabric of justice and security it was meant to ensure and protect. Hence, scrapping SARS and establishing a better accountable police unit is essential for restoring faith in law enforcement, if at all the police stakeholders are interested in such. Number 3, ethnic and cultural discrimination. The targeting of individuals based on tribal or body marks reflects a deep-seated ethnic and cultural bias. These practices not only violate fundamental human rights but also exacerbates ethnic tensions and divisions. A police force that engages in such discriminatory practices has no place in a just and equitable society. Number 4, need for comprehensive reform. The disbandment of SARS should not be a mere formality but a catalyst for comprehensive police reform. This includes establishing clear guidelines for the use of force, implementing robust accountability mechanisms, and ensuring that law enforcement agencies operate with transparency and respect for human rights and well-being. The Nigerian government and local authorities, including the Abia State Governor, Dr. Alex Ochi, and other Eastern governors, must take decisive actions to address these issues before it gets out of hand. For the Family Writers Press International, bringing to us this Obonga news. So my people, now here we go take back break you, and I know say this one is just a first message of today, being Wednesday, 7th of August, 2024. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to this channel for more interesting videos coming your way. My name is Sidiman Amandia Nez, reporting live from the platform of Okute Daily Talk, where we always speak to you the undiluted truth about everything. Please make sure that this message goes viral. Things have to be done to scrap this nonsense called SARS. Kemesiano.